Next, let's welcome Emily Malone, Master Weaver, and a part of the Spider Rock Girls.
Good evening. My name is Emily Malone. We're from Spider Rock. I should say it's a nice day that the spiders in the whole yard. 30 miles, more than 30 miles east of Chimney. That's where we're from. She Emily Malone she do taban she do talk on the machine. My dash usually it does she do taban the chanel. She might a rose yells she a Raymond yells she might need us. I have 4 daughters. Two of them are here. The other one, the other 2 they're in school. One is in Landing. She has a family. She's there for school too. So we're here to do the lecture and little bit talk about my weaving. Start out with the Spider Rock. In Spider Rock area, we were there during the summertime. That's our summer camp. We go down there for summer camp. We spend most of the summer down there. We do our weaving. There we herd our flock of sheep down there as well. So I started learning how to weave when I was 9 years old. That time, I remember that when I was in elementary school, I'm thinking that I already know how to do the weaving. After that, this is when I was attending elementary school, when we would have that culture class that we go to. He told us they're teaching us how to weave, but that time, I really didn't know how to weave, and I pretending that I don't know how. So that time, they might ask me to be a teacher instead. just teach the student how to weave. Right after the school was out, we start getting ready for our summer camp. We start packing our food that will last for a month, like potatoes, beans. We don't even have a backpack to take our stuff down there. So we use a flour bag that we sew together. We use that as a backpack, pack our food down there, and then take it down the canyon. It's about 3 miles. I'll say about 3 miles. Where we're staying at right now, it's about from there to the rim of the canyon, it's about 3 miles. We have to travel, walk to the rim of the canyon and down the trail. It's a bat trail, they call a bat trail that we go, that we take that trail. How many of you that went to White House Trail? It's not that, it's the trail there, it's not like that, it's steep, it's steep. You really have to, you know, do, some part you have to do like climbing down. And we have to take the sheep down there too, to her down the canyon. All that walking, and from the rim of the canyon, I mean the trail is about to the base of the spider rock is like another 2 hours. That's how we have to take our food down there. That time we didn't have any vehicle. My mom didn't have a vehicle, so we do the walking a lot. So after we take our food down there, we stay down there for the summer. If we're out of groceries, my mom has to come back top of the canyon and, you know, ask people that are living the rim of the canyon to take her to the trading post. And get groceries, and then they drop her off the rim of the canyon, and then she has to walk back all the way down. We didn't even have a firewood. We would have to collect the the wood from the wash to use that as our cooking. We didn't have a stove to cook on. We just cook our food on an open fire. And then another thing that we didn't have hot water too. We have to dig out the sand to get water. So that's how we were living. That's how our living was when I was a young age. We were struggling. I started weaving, like I said, at the age of 9. I started doing the stripes. My mom set up a loom for me. She told me to do just the stripes to get familiar with the weaving tools and those isan nalibi. Just get ADB sa with all delicious no. Yeah, with all starch stuff. After that, from that on, she used to make yeis at that time, so I told her I want to do yei. So she put up another one for us. We have two places in the canyon that we used to live. Down the base of the spider rock she told me that that place is for the sheep that they're having lambs. That place is for that. And then after the the sheep or the lambs are born, we go down the second land. We call that the Betzal. The Betzal holiday, and it's like a peach orchard. Yeah, we have that peaches. And during in October, September and October, we use some other nation peaches again. People come place all over the places. They come to the canyon to get peaches. That's the special peaches that we have naturally. I just traded that. I had they bring any kind of something to trade the peaches. Natural. So one time we were during our summer camp. We were there in the outlet that I started. My mom put up another loom. That's the second, the bed's hold. She set up a loom there, and then I told her I wanted to do yay. So at that time I started to do yay, and then after I finished my first rug, we used to sell our rugs to, they used to sell their rugs to Tislan's Post Trading Post. And then my first rug, I finished my rug that time when they finished theirs, so I decided to take my rug there, and then close to the trading post. We stopped there before we get to the trading post to see our rugs they were in good condition to sell our rugs. So we stopped there when I was taking my rug, and then my rug was one of the Ye's eyes missing. One of my Ye rug, the eye is missing. So my sister, she took tear up one of her shawl, those Frenches, took out tear out the fringes of her shawl, and then she made the eye. So she made the yay eye. So after that we took it to the trading post, and it cost $15. So after that, without the eye might be like $10. If the eye is not fixed. So that time that happened. So and then sometime I like to play in the canyon. Sometimes I play too much, and sometimes I don't get my rug done in time. So by the time my sister and my mom, they finished the rug, that time I don't finish mine, so that my mom just let me stay home to take care of the sheep. So that happened one time. So from that on, I know, I just get my rug finished in time. So I don't want to be left behind again. So that's what happened. So we preparation down the canyon. We shear the sheep. That's the most important thing that I don't want to do. I don't want to shear sheep, because when you're shearing, sometimes you cut the sheep and you feel sorry. So That's why I don't really like to do that. And after the shearing wool, my mom used to do that, the shearing. My mom and my sister. After that, after the shearing, we start cleaning, washing the wool. You know, some people, they say they use a yucca to clean the wool, but the way we clean our wool is put a little amount of detergent. We wash it, and then we rinse it. And then after the washing and the wool dries up, we start doing the carding about each other. Even they in there, you know, how much the rug that will, how much the wool that will to make a rug, that much for the little. But my mom knows how much it takes. Even that long, it's not a big outing, you know. We used to kerosene lamp. We use the kerosene lamp to do the carding. We usually do during the day because you don't know how she always calls that at night. We use the kerosene lamp. I use the daily. And dyeing, that's the most thing I like to do is dyeing. Dyeing, Navajo, I mean in English, sounds weird. Dyeing, that is chi. Like one time, my sister was saying that, how she she was going to catch a ride with us, and at that time she was dyeing her yarn. Can't up. Oh no, I'll just come back. I'll die when I come back. I'll die when I come back. It was funny, it's a joke. That's our family joke. I don't eat. That's the most thing I like to do is dyeing. A shaky, say not dyeing. I like to do that. You know, colors, you'll use a mix that it comes out, will be colors in general, it comes out. And then my favorite color is rust. Rust, it comes from wall carrot. A wall carrot. It's a beautiful color to make it as a background. Next to beautiful. Although sometimes if you don't want to do a lot of water, use a lot of water, you have to it's light colors. It's start just light colors, medium, and then dark colors. Dark color just it's already dark and you can't change it back to light colors. Sheep. We have 12 sheep. The book of 12 we have have 12 sheep. Oh. On later we have a lot of sheep. Yeah, later now. Now we have taken over the sheep. We haul water twice a week. We haul water for them. Although the is caught us when we're not leaving. We bring them back in the morning. We put another age. We use their wool to weave that a lot. When we sell or rug, for the they put on in the bound. There's a deep connection for us to our sheep. In if you guys audience that have the sheep, the best Dolphins and weavers general sheep, you know, you have to have a sheep. Child on the top. The lot on the top of the food bag, you know. Not up, but the tree up on the and then the other time that when we're in the canyon, the other bash. The hardest thing that the hardest thing that I did was the bandits they cliff the other Canadians. Then we have to go up there and bring them down, try to bring them down. So they were stuck in the water. They want to be up there. Oh, she just said that they need. She said that they need, and that was tough. Hot island there. So I've been weaving for 42 years. 42 years. I've been being a weaver for 42 years. Up to from my 9 years old, I started doing the age, you know, up to the 1994 I was doing the Yei ropes all this time, all those years, until 1984. I started learning how to do the bird water. That was the the best seller in that 1984. We were English brothers, and you know, at that time, you get the good price at that time. So this trader in Sanders, the trader, he started knowing our rugs. I don't shut up all the his name. Gives a bundle of yarn. We've been weaving for him so many years. That burn water that was right there. Design He doesn't, and then it came out that, it came out like that. To this day, my sisters and they call that like an old style rug. And it also, and the trader, that's Bruce Vernon, that's the trader that we used to work for so many years. One time my niece and my daughter, they wove a small rug with a black background and then just blocks, like a purse right there, just blocks that were stacked up together. They put all the sell to the trader. Then there was no name to that rug, so he just named that spider rug. We'll just call that a spider rug. Sure, those rugs that are the rug design that have no name, your spider rug. I leisure. And then rugs is named after a place, like Ganado Red is from Ganado, and all that Birdwater is from Birdwater, Arizona, and then the spider rug. What else? He named that rug a spider rug. They started weaving those kind of rugs. When they are up, training position, they got famous. That made them famous. Although I started a spider rug design, but in the middle, a band. There's a band. I put all the hallmarks on there. That's my mom's hallmark, and then the feather is mine, and my oldest daughter's a squash blossom, and then second youngest, and the second oldest is they have one. The second youngest is a arrowhead. Do something different. So you always want to do something different. Like it will be so you can sell our jeans so that you can be God just then can you go back to the hallmark? This is my hallmark. This is my hallmark right here. And then Larissa's hallmark is right here. And the oldest is hallmarks. We used to make it at the corner, now it's possibly easier. So can you tell your hallmark? It's about your hallmark.
Well, each of us have our own signature to our rugs. And when we started out weaving, we would all weave the same. So sometimes we take it to the trading post, and my sisters, our rugs would almost be the same. And then sometimes the trader would get mixed up with ours. Who wove what? So my sister sometimes gets the credit for my weaving. So now we usually get our own signature. And the way this goes is where my grandma's first, and then my mom, my older sister, then mine, then my younger sister. But the youngest one, she hasn't made her homework. She's still in junior high. but she's more into her education more than we were ever into our weaving. So my hallmark she is talking about is more of a traditional hair bun. It's kind of like, you know how the traditional hair bun is? I try to make it like that, but that's how far I go to that. But that's my hallmark, but I think more until I get to the next slide over, and I'll talk more about how I started weaving after my mom finished.
Larry, Mark.
Christine, you can just go to the next one. I'll talk about how I first
Oh,
started.
okay. After people, the traders are, telling the publisher that we're weavers, and they start coming over to our place doing interviews. Like the lady in the way that was back in 2013, the lady that came over and she interviewed us about our weaving stuff. And then another lady that she's a friend of ours. She moved. We met her back in 2010. We met her. At that time she moved to Chile, and somehow she knows about our weaving, and she wanted to she wanted to learn how to weave, so she contacted us over that weaving class. So we did. She's one of our students who knew that she was a writer at that time. Then from that on, and she told us that she needs to, she wanted to interview us too, so we can go on to that BIPOC. So she did, so we're on that article too. Okay, the best advice that was given to me is from my mom. She told me that not to sleep a lot. You have to get up early in the morning. You have Diné, so I took that word, or took that lesson. To this day, I don't really sleep a lot. Just only 5 to 6 hours. That's all I do. I got used to it. I've been doing that for so many years. I've been weaving for 42 years. Because of my weaving, I have been able to put food on the table, buy clothes for my children. I have been able to visit many parts of the country, meet people around the world. Weaving, given budget, it makes me go places. And my weaving took me here to do the weaving demonstration lecture. So weaving has provided me with more than an income. You know, it is how picking up it as your counselor. I just on the show, you know, you have to talk to your weaving about the stuff outside. It provided me a sense of security when there was no one around. Although I think about as I eat when I am away from my weaving, you want think about your weaving. Weaving is the sense of my being. I think about it as I eat. Think about it. I have to get back to my weaving jeans. When you're away from your weaving, I don't want to get back home to mom stuff. I do not struggle jeans. She's drum like that. I've been doing this for so many years. So I'm connected to my weaving. So before I go to sleep, it's other ones. When it's done, when it's finished, it comes out really beautiful. And then I thank the internet to bless me with this great talent. Maybe some of the weavers that are in here should thought, what the ones that is your weaving. You know, it's a great talent. When my girls, the age of 9, they learn how to weave, but not such portion they're interested. So they told me to put up a loom for them. When they look the second oldest I'll start eating. It's second one again. We used to one time we moved to the Vegas Joan. We moved there for 2 years. I didn't leave my weaving behind. So after I finished the rope, when we're coming back home, I training for salvation. So now on our way back home, so like 6-hour drive. And my daughter, she in the car park, caught on shopping. The day before, I'm not car park. He caught on shopping. Ready naively. So the next morning, she start weaving. cardboard top or when we get to the so I was going to sell my rug to gardens. So don't want to eat that other alternatives or in the cardboard you cut or Navajo. Hey, other opportunities all over. It's all lane. Other sell lane. The first money is got $35 last name. From then on, she really, what are you doing at the moment or cardboard or not so or not so she's making big rugs they also have my daughters. The old geese she's is the honor that she knows how to read too. She's in nursing school. She had that LPN. Is the of it. I tell my girls that one of these days you will be this will be your second job. If you get laid off, you know what to do. You get your income from it. Additional. I taught them. I don't cut it down. After all those years that I'm weaving, I didn't off my rugs are like, no rugs were like these now. The tree of life is nilonda. I didn't know how to make those tree of life until one of the lady that wanted a tree of life. She put over. It was a challenge. Window right there, the basket is jiggy. I don't know what to put there, so I decided to put a weaving tool so I can send it all that some German, so that came out really nice. So yeah, that's my story. Take cash that's so yeah, so yeah.